Alright, Tyler spent 3 3/4 hours working on homework last week. And he spent 5 1/3 hours working on homework this week. How much more time did he spend on homework this week? So in this question, when they say how much more, they're looking for a difference. So when I hear the word difference, that makes me think of subtraction. So I'm going to do 5 1/3 because it's the larger value, minus 3 3/4. Now we can, we're not going to subtract mixed numbers. We're going to convert to an improper fraction instead. Now you don't have to. You can work subtraction problems as mixed numbers. We're just not going to. Okay? So step 1, convert to an improper fraction. Alright, so 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16, so this is the same as 16/3. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 3 is 15, so this is the same as 15/4. So notice that the denominators are not the same, so we cannot subtract when the denominators are not the same. So we need to determine a common denominator. So I'm going to write out the multiples of 3 and of 4, and I'm looking for a multiple that is the same. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, I can stop there and always come back if I need to add. 4, 8, 12, and I can stop right there because they both share 12. So 12 is going to be my common denominator. Alright, step 3. Create equivalent fractions with the same denominator. So originally we had 16/3. We also had 15/4. I'm just going to write them vertically. I'm setting them equal to a fraction with 12 as the denominator. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to set this fraction, 15/4, equal to a fraction with 12 as the denominator. Alright, so I know 4 times 3 is 12, so I'm going to do 15 times 3, which is 45. I know 3 times 12 is 4, so 16 times 4 is 64. So step 4 says to subtract the numerators and keep the denominators. So I'm going to take these new equivalent fractions that do have the same denominator, and now I can subtract. 64 minus 45, let's see, 64 minus 45, I have to borrow, so that's 14 minus 5, which is 9. And since I had to borrow, this is a 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. So this is 19. Okay. And it says to keep the same denominator, so that's 12ths. Now, you can leave 19/12 as your difference. Okay. There's no other step to subtracting. You did subtract. Now, I could recognize that this is an improper fraction, and I could rewrite the difference as a mixed number. 12 goes into 19 one whole time, with 7 left over, and I would keep the denominator. So going back to the original question, I now have that 5 1/3 minus 3 3/4 is equal to 19/12, or